As you may have already seen, I just dropped a video about all the DC villains I want to see in the third Suicide Squad movie. And one of those characters I wanted to see on the team joining Task Force X was Deathstroke, because I love Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke. We've barely seen any of him, and it's just such a perfect casting that I want to see more of him, and I think he'd be great for the Suicide Squad. And, well, we just found out that apparently he was almost, like, he came very, very close to being in the Suicide Squad, the movie that just released last week, because I'm not exactly sure where this came from, whether it was like a special feature or something like that for the Suicide Squad, but as you can see, this is an image of James Gunn. Looks like he's in some type of office working with his team, and it looks like they are planning out the Suicide Squad. And if you look in the background, you can see like Starro up there, and then it says Team 1. It looks like you can see Harley Quinn, I think Captain Boomerang, Javelin, and TDK. But then you look at Team 2, and you see that second team that we got in this movie. And if you zoom in, you can see that that is indeed Deathstroke standing front and center with that team alongside Peacemaker, King Shark, Polka Dot Man, and Ratcatcher 2. So, yeah, I mean, I guess apparently Deathstroke was almost the leader of this team, and then he got replaced with Bloodsport, and then you even see some other concept art of the character's suit there, which first of all looks really cool, because of course the look that we saw of the character in Justice League was the orange and black version of the suit, but this looks like it would have been the more orange and blue, which would have been awesome to see, and I think this would have worked so well. Apparently, Joe Manganiello was going to be in this movie as Deathstroke, and he's even said that multiple times before, that his character was in multiple versions of this script, but due to scheduling conflicts, very similar to what happened with Will Smith and why he couldn't return his Deadshot, he wasn't able to be in the movie. So they brought in Idris Elba and made him Bloodsport, who, you know, his suit was actually very similar, at least color-wise, to Deathstroke's look. And yeah, I mean, this just would have been awesome. I think this would have been so cool to see. I'm not quite sure if he really would have fit in that well with the whole vibe, because, you know, Deathstroke is a pretty dark and serious character. So I don't know how well he would have worked with the more comedic tone that we have this movie, you know, going up against a giant alien starfish, but still would have been cool. And again, I really want to see more of Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke, hopefully in the next Suicide Squad movie or some sort of Batman project. I don't really know, but I just know I want to see more of this character, and it is so cool to see that we almost saw him in the Suicide Squad. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. What do you think about this news? Would you have liked to see Joe Manganiello appear as Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke, in the Suicide Squad? And do you want to see him show up in the next film? And of course, as I mentioned before, I did just do a video on the top DC villains I want to see in the next Suicide Squad movie, so check out that video as well if you haven't already. But anyways, thank you much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the DC life.